Hey guys, Sethly here, back with another Apex Legends video. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. In this video, I wanted to cover some news we've gotten over the past day, as well as a new patch. But before I get into that, I wanted to try something new and see how many likes we can get on this video. So our goal is to get 3,000 likes on this video. I know you guys can do it. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to hit that sub button and turn on that notification bell to join the squad. Surprisingly, about 65% of my viewers aren't even subscribed. So make sure to subscribe and join the squad if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's get right into it. If you didn't see my video from yesterday, make sure to go check it out. I covered a future Mirage buff that is confirmed to be coming, as well as a few other things that were updated on the dev tracker for Apex. But since then, Respawn has already made an update to the dev tracker, which is great news because it means they are still working hard to fix the game, keep it running smoothly, and communicate with the community, even though they have to do it all from working at home. So huge shout out to the dev team because I feel like they don't get enough appreciation as they deserve. In my last video's comment section, it was clear that a ton of you guys were having issues with the game, and the two top comments each had 700 likes, showing how many people have been dealing with an error code that says server shutdown, as well as the glitch where banners don't show up. Obviously, the event update came with a lot of glitches, bugs, problems, and all that good stuff, which is unfortunate but expected, especially since they shipped the update from home. But stay patient though, guys, because I know they are doing their best to fix the issues caused by the event update. But not only did they update the dev tracker again today, they also released a small update earlier today. It was about 60 megabytes for me. Now, there weren't any patch notes released or any announcement about what was being fixed with this patch, and a lot of people have been asking what the purpose of it was. Well, there are a few different reasons. The dev tracker shows that they fixed 2 of the bugs that were added in the dev tracker a few days ago. I covered these bugs in my last video, and they already fixed them with this patch. First, they fixed the issue where all challenges and event challenges would not show and or disappear with the match summary. Now, the second thing that was fixed was a game crashing error. I'll show the exact error on screen right now for you guys, but sadly, I'm pretty sure this error that was fixed today is different from the common server shutdown error that everybody has been getting recently. But earlier, the design director at Respawn, Jason McCord, addressed the small patch that came out today on Twitter. Someone said there was an update for PC around like 60 megabytes or so. Do you know any patch notes for that? Didn't notice anything in game. Jason replied saying he thinks it was tournament mode fixes for ALGS people only, so I think they also fixed some things with the custom matches for Apex Legends Global Series, but I'm pretty sure that's everything that was changed in this patch. Now, Jason also replied to somebody else on Twitter today. They asked if they have any patch coming to fix the internal server error that I mentioned earlier, and he replied saying, yes, it is coming, which is good news. We just don't know when it is coming. Hopefully it will be fixed sooner than later. But let's get back into the dev tracker, because not only did they resolve a few issues today, they added more to the investigating section of the tracker. The first bug that they are investigating is one where taking damage while in Beast of the Hunt may remove the grayscale post-processing from your game. And the next issue they are investigating is when death protection activates while on a zipline. The player will remain on the zipline. Now, the last new addition to the dev tracker is a problem they are investigating and have already confirmed that it will be fixed in a future patch. The bug causes the D-pad on controller to lose functionality in your inventory when picking loose items up. Now, I haven't experienced this personally because I don't play controller, but I know I would hate it if that happened to me. Now, that's everything they added to the dev tracker, but it's definitely not everything they are currently working on, because if you didn't know, there are currently 2 huge game-breaking glitches with Mirage in the game right now. The first one is when his decoy is destroyed when an enemy is downed. The downed enemy is revived after the decoy is gone, which is absolute insanity. And Monster Clip, aka Jason McCord, the design director at Respawn, replied to a Reddit post showing the glitch and said, "I thought you guys wanted a Mirage buff, but in all seriousness, this is really bad and we are looking into it as we speak. Sorry about this." But unfortunately, this isn't the only bug of its kind. There is one more glitch with Mirage that is similar to the first one. This one has to do with Bloodhound as well. When Bloodhound pops their ultimate and shoots a Mirage decoy, the ultimate will end early as soon as you get bamboozled. Now, Jason McCord said he is also reporting this bug to the team so it can be passed along and hopefully fixed in the future. Now, I don't know how these glitches came to be, but maybe it was a product of the Mirage buff that they are working on, but nobody knows as of right now. Obviously, it doesn't matter how they came to be, just how they are fixed. But there was a thread on Twitter over the past couple days that caught my eye, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I know you'll find it interesting, especially since it has to do with skill-based matchmaking in Apex. Now, TSM Vis tweeted out saying, "There's a lot of things I like about Apex, but they have the worst matchmaking out of any game I've ever played," which is a huge statement. And another person replied, adding designer director Jason, saying that tonight they saw a champ squad of 2 who had 1,800 wins between them this season alone in a non-ranked game. Now, Jason then replied saying, "Okay, those people exist though, and they can't just play with other people who also have 1,800 wins. And if they did, they'd be mad that pubs are too sweaty, right?" Then the person replied saying, "That's a fair point. It just feels so unbalanced going against ridiculously high tier players game after game, especially in pubs. Ranked is more relaxed most of the time until you get platinum, then it's all diamond and preds again." Which Jason then replied with, "I feel your pain. We might need to look more closely at grouped players versus solo queuers. I'm just not sure we would create full matches. I'll have to look into it. I'm not fully engrossed in matchmaking decisions, but other smart people are, so they could just be adjusting skill-based matchmaking in the near future to look more closely at grouped players versus solo queuers, and I definitely wouldn't be mad if they made some changes soon." But someone else replied again saying, "I'd love to know if skill-based matchmaking is actually helping with player retention," and Jason replied to this by saying, "It is very much helping, otherwise we would change it, believe me or not. This isn't really shocking to me at all. It makes sense that it is working," but he also said, "And I'm not saying we don't have things to improve, because we always will. But since you asked, our current matchmaking is trending the game up in almost every single way. So it's a game of hearing the feedback and reading the data and making the right calls constantly." Honestly, it's crazy to hear that skill-based and the current matchmaking system is trending the game up in almost every single way. As always, we definitely could see some changes in the matchmaking system and skill-based matchmaking in the near future, but we'll just have to wait and see what they do. I'm just glad to hear they are constantly monitoring it and analyzing it. So make sure to let me know down in the comment section below what you guys currently think about this whole skill-based matchmaking system, and how have you guys been enjoying the matchmaking system as of right now. Currently, I've been enjoying it and I haven't seen any big problems with it, but I do want to hear your guys' opinions, so make sure to comment that down below. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to go check out the new Squadcast podcast, my Apex Legends podcast. The new episode is out on Spotify right now, so make sure to check it out. I'll link it in the top of the description. The YouTube version of the newest episode of the Squadcast podcast, episode number 17, will be out at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. It always comes out a day later on YouTube than it does on Spotify. But I do want to go ahead and show you guys a quick sneak peek at the podcast, a little clip for you guys. So let's go ahead and play that right now. But obviously they are going to continue working on solos and how that's going to work in the game. I know they have said that previously, so I'm definitely interested to see what they do with that in the future. But as of right now, I'm definitely enjoying, absolutely loving their decision to add duos permanently. Obviously we've only had it a few days, but I've been really liking it, especially with like what you said, Miles. I just always have thought that in duos it's a lot easier to control the third parties, and you really have a bit more time, I would say, before like that third party comes in. You can loot up, you can get that heals more often, you know what I mean, instead of just getting interrupted like right after fight ends.
The map rotation is a little strange. I think mostly what's strange about it is they added a new POI with this town takeover, and then you can't even access it for 2 hours or whatever while it's on Kings Canyon. And then you get Kings Canyon after dark, which I don't think too many people were a fan of to begin with. But yeah, I would rather have like dynamic weather weather than just have
Ooh.
kings carrying
Honestly,
after dark.
I never
like-
really even thought about
yeah.
that. That was just a little clip of the podcast. There is a lot more where that came from, so make sure to check out the full podcast. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out a ton. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell for daily Apex videos. It's the best way to support the channel. But it's been your boy Sethly, and I'm out.